A group of kids and teenagers are in Washington, D.C. right now, raising awareness for type 1 diabetes.
One of those teenagers is from Spokane. I met up with her before she left on her trip. Doing anything for the first time is scary. Simone Kaxmark is guiding these rising LC cheerleaders through learning their first routines.
7, 8.
Simone obviously knows a lot about cheer, but also a lot about firsts.
About a month leading up to it, I just felt very dizzy, very loopy. I was drinking a lot of water.
This was 6 years ago. Simone was 10.
Like 2 days before her diagnosis, I brought her rock climbing, and she was completely normal. Then 1 day before, I brought her to the trampoline park.
And normally, like the gymnast I was, I'd be doing backflips and jumping all around.
All of a sudden, she came back and she said, "Dad, I can only jump a couple times."
The next day was Tuesday, and I was supposed to go to school, but I remember waking up and I just could not stand.
Simone's parents rushed her to the doctor.
They got my first IV in, and I was in the regular hospital, but then eventually they had to transfer me over to the intensive care unit.
Her first and only time in the ICU, and the first time she learned that she had type 1 diabetes.
It was a very, very life-altering moment, as you can imagine. Walking out of it, my family and I were so scared.
You go through these lows, you honestly are crushed because you don't know how you're going to deal with keeping your child alive.
There's a lot that I've had to learn and a lot that I've had to overcome, and so many firsts. And now the fact that like some of those firsts are starting to like dwindle, and it's not as many like firsts with diabetes, it's just like firsts in general.
One of those firsts, Children's Congress in Washington, D.C.
We are advocating specifically for the renewal of the Special Diabetes Act, which is government funding for research for type 1 diabetes.
1, 2.
In just 6 years, research and technology has made a huge difference for Simone.
And so now seeing her being in theater, being a cheerleader, being an A student, there is another side to this. There is hope.
She wants all of those firsts and more for every type 1 diabetic.
5, 6,
in Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.